Hi, I am Magdi. Welcome to my kitchen, and I wish you the best cooking and baking. One of my viewers asked for the chicken paprikash, how I make it, so I am showing you. I chopped one big onion. Very important to put a big onion in it because that's give you a good flavor. Let me just finish because I have to do this first because after the meat or the chicken I cannot do it from here. Okay, done. I couldn't find anything right now because we have this stay-at-home stuff. I went to the market and they had just chicken thighs, and I like to cut it in a little bit smaller pieces. Anyway, I don't care for the white meat, so I take off the fat. And basically when you make chicken paprikash, I'm making csirke pörkölt, but I will explain between why this called csirke pörkölt and why the other one called it csirke paprikash. If you like that, you make it that way. I like this one, so, and this is my way. I have to mention because some people say something all the time, and this way I explain this is my way. If you like it, follow. If not, then watch something else. Okay, this is two big pieces. I have to cut it. On another fat piece here, I cut it off. And the best way to make chicken pörkölt or paprikash, if you have the bone and the skin on, because those two give you the good flavor, but I had no choice today, so I make it without bones and I make it without skin. Okay, that's enough showing. And then I have the paprika, but I have to take out the veins because it's very hot. Let me just do this. Make sure the vein is out. Today I will cut it because I eat it and it doesn't bother me, but I have to show you everything. You can leave it like this if you want to, but I cut it smaller today. And this is almost 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and if I need one more, I will put one more in. I use instead of tomatoes because I didn't have at home. Okay, now let's go and do put in 1 tablespoon of oil, and then I will add my chicken, but it has to be hot, but my vent. And then I pour a little, sprinkle with a little flour because the flour will thicken the paprikash, and that's why I like to do it now. Let me turn it around, but I will show you exactly how that looks before I add the onions, because I cannot show everything yet because I am holding the camera in one hand and so doing these things. Basically I am browning the chicken, and I am not crowding my pan because I want to sear the chicken. Now I will place it in a other plate or bowl, and then I can do the rest and I show you. But don't forget, I told you in other videos, I make everything maybe different. If you get inspired, it's not that hard to cook or do something in the kitchen. Now I can add a little more oil, and then I can add onions, and I will saute it a little bit, and then I add the chicken back. And sometimes I like to add a little salt to my onions because then it cooks faster. And you see the chicken is here brown, not over brown, but a little bit. I turn it up a little bit. Now I am adding the chicken back, and then I add the juice of it. So now I will add the other seasoning what I am using. So now I will add a little paprika, vegeta, and now I won't use salt until I taste it, because vegeta has salt in it. If you don't like vegeta, don't use just salt and pepper if you like, but my mom and my grandma use that, and it's give you a very good flavor. Okay, to push the button, so I add the paprika and the tomato paste, and then I add vegeta and a little pepper, and that's it right now. And then I add half a cup of cold water because I used flour. So you have to remember, I saying this on my other videos, when you add water to anything what you're using with flour with, then you always have to start with cold water, and then you cannot, because otherwise get lumpy. I will add a little paprika. This is special Hungarian red pepper, and this gives you good flavor. You can find everything on my Facebook site under Gourmet Hungarian. Whatever product I am using, you can see that there. Now I mix it again, and then add a little more water, but not too much. Today I add a little garlic to it, but I just take it out later. I am telling you, everybody makes everything different. I made this different way too, but right now this is what I like. And everything, the recipe will be on YouTube site under Show More. I covered it, and I will check it every 10 minutes. Make sure it's not burning underneath. Simmering slowly, and I just checked that and everything fine, enough water on it. So the difference in chicken paprikás and csirke pörkölt, no sour cream in it, and chicken paprikás with sour cream, they add little flour to the sour cream, and that's what they put in, and that's became chicken paprikás. But I don't care for it. I like csirke pörkölt, and that means I just add the paprika, and that's why it's nice and colorful. Any videos for this nokedli, what is like goes with the chicken paprikás, but I want to show you again. And I add a little salt, these 2 cups of flour, and then 2 eggs. At least that's how I make it. And then eggs here. And then add a little, let's see, it's 1 cup of water, let's put half. And then I mix it, and if I need more, I will add more. It's all, this consistency always depends on your egg, how big your egg is or how small. So if it's too hard, then you add a little water. Let's see more. And because I don't have the video camera from the top, I just show you like this. Can be too soft and can be too hard either. So let me put a little more, and maybe it's like a 3/4 cup of water. And I will show you with the spoon again. That's it, done. And you can find this recipe on the other sides too. But here again I show you, make sure. Okay, I will season my water because when you cooking pasta, it's always nice to season your water. Okay, I will show you. I like to flatten my dough because it's easier, and always put your spoon in the water. I am showing this for you because I don't think everybody have the gnocchi maker, so this way you can make it for yourself too. Okay, slowly, and always mix it slowly, flatten, even sometimes I get a little water, and then cut in, and then just slowly, driving me not slowly, but I am showing you. Flatten, cut in, and just do this. And make sure you put in your spoon always, because that way don't stick. You can do it like this. This is so good. Side dish or pasta. You can serve it with other things too. Lecho. I just like it sometimes alone when I cook that fresh. And you can put eggs on it. So many things. But slowly, like this. If you make, that will be giant, so make it smaller. And if you have one or two or more, little bit bigger, nothing happens. It will taste good. So that's why I'm telling you, like, I wanna inspire you to cook, because I show everything easy. Few times doesn't work, but you can try again. It doesn't cost you that much, just flour, egg, and water, and a little salt. Again. Okay, enough showing. These are a little bit bigger pieces than usually when you make it with the gnocchi maker. It comes on top. With the little ones, you just cook it 2 minutes, but with this, at least 3-4 minutes. And then you can find out how it's cooked or not if you take out the piece, and then if you see it, but always taste one to see it's cooked or not, because this is bigger pieces. You have to cook it a little bit longer. And you have to attend this part because it comes up on top and then overflow and then mess up your stove. I rinsed it. Now I add a little salt because I tasted no salt on it. Wasn't salty enough, so I put a little oil, make sure it doesn't stick together, and it's done. This is the bigger one, what you make with the spoon, but you can make it with the knife, doesn't matter. Basic thing is there, you can follow and then just do it any way you want. I tasted, it's done, and it's delicious. I wish you can try it. Here is the finished chicken paprikash with the homemade pickles.